So if you could fuck one horror villain, who would it be?
One horror villain?
Yeah, like Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy.
Olivia from the Haunting on Hill House?
I haven't seen it yet.
Linda Blair from The Exorcist.
Ooh, Linda Blair.
Hopefully, like Linda Blair, like when she's older.
Sure.
Not in the movie.
No, not in the movie.
It's the actual person. It's not like the actress.
Yeah, so you want to sleep with Peyton?
Peyton.
Yeah, that was her name, wasn't it?
Reagan.
Reagan, thank you. I knew it was a guy's name.
And as we all know, the demon from that movie is El Pogo.
El
Yeah.
Pogo.
Oh,
Brought it back. Okay, all right, here we
God,
go.
I want an El Pogo shirt so bad.
no one would get it.
No,
That's
one would
something
get
that
it.
Adam would make and wear because it's a very hipster thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we ever get T-shirts like that, I want that. It's just the Exorcist scene where he's like looking at the lamppost, but it's a pogo stick with a hat on it.
Yeah.
El Pogo. I want
Oh.
that so
I'm
much.
slightly aroused right now.
Right?
By slightly, I mean I'm about to lift this table off the ground.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, on that note.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the 44th episode of Damage Control Podcasting, a professionally unprofessional look at the conventions, ideas, and genres of filmmaking. I'm here with...
Daniel Newcork.
He did it.
Cody Diet Rich, Diet Rich, Diet, and then Rich.
I never messed up your last name.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Tyler Tip 10-inch.
And I always forget your last name. Okay.
That's my porn name.
It has been 40 years since the shape known as Mike Myers was released onto the world as of Friday, October 19th, 2018. He's back. He's back in a big bad way. It's also been 55 years since Canadian-American actor was thrust into the world by his dad or mom. Depends on who was on top. He'll be back. He'll be back, baby.
Oh God.
In a movie.
This is so
later
bad.
this year. I got a lot more of these.
Oh boy.
But Daniel, we're not talking about the comedian, okay? So stop it. Stop bringing them up. Tonight, on this evil month of
I
Feartober...
feel like I missed part of the script there.
We're not
Did you?
talking about Mike Myers, the Canadian-American actor. We're talking about the Halloween franchise, so don't bring it up again. Tonight on this evil...
I thought that the original actor who played Mike Myers was French
I was
Canadian.
too.
I thought that's where we were going with that.
He ran into it like head first. Like it all went back to his insecurity. He's like, they're not going to find this joke funny. So if I just say it really fast, then
Yeah.
maybe no one will catch it.
I have a lot more jokes coming. So
Comedic timing. What's that?
Yeah.
Groovy, baby.
for the fifth time on this evil month of Feartober, we are talking
That's
about
a new
the...
one.
Yeah,
That was probably the best of them.
Feartober?
Feartober.
Bootober.
Bootober. That was pretty
We're
bad.
not talking about the slayer of comedic gold. We're talking the slayer of men and women.
I was confused.
DCP will be exploring a Halloween movie
I
franchise.
definitely did the wrong homework for this episode.
Okay. Personal thoughts on the franchise, likes, dislikes?
I don't know why, but every time you say DCP, I just feel like I need a dab. Like it's
Don't.
like it's such
We
a.
need to change the name. No dabbing. No dabbing. I
I
know
don't-
this is your place of business, but no. I'm
I'm
gonna outlaw that one.
What's the dab?
No.
You don't know what
nope,
the dab is?
Nope. Nope.
This is the dab.
What is that?
Nope.
It's like a celebratory sign, like a self high five.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh.
It's like you know what it looks like? It looks like an embarrassed and shy Nazi.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if you ever sneezed into your arm crook, you have half dabbed.
Half dab.
Oh God. God, this is becoming a really scary episode.
Okay. Okay. Personal thoughts on the franchise. Likes, dislikes?
It is the worst of the three slasher movies.
The Trinity?
Yes.
Halloween, Friday 13th, Nightmare?
Nightmare, yes. It is,
Okay.
it is the worst of the three.
Okay, well, we know what your worst is. What's your favorite?
Friday the 13th.
Okay.
I'm a Jason guy.
Cody, Diet Rich?
Diet Rich.
Okay. What's your personal thoughts on the franchise?
I like it.
Okay. All right. Tyler?
I've only seen the Rob Zombie ones. I like those.
Okay. Well, guess what, guys? we're going through the franchise tonight, and I'm hoping I'm going to change your mind.
Oh, I lied. My favorite one is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
We're not going to talk about that one.
Best movie ever.
So,
So did you just copy and paste a list, and we're just going to go through a monotone like we did the found footage films?
I listened to it back. It wasn't monotone. And no, I didn't copy. A lot of it I just typed from my head. Okay?
Ah.
Here's the thing, though. I did this episode over like 4 nights. So some...
He says holding up 5 fingers.
So on some
It'd
nights...
be nice if we could video this for YouTube.
That would be nice.
So on some nights I wasn't very hyper, and it's kind of boring. And some nights I'm really hyper, so I'm adding jokes.
So it's gonna go up, down, up, down.
Yep. Okay, here we go. We got to go.
I like the thrusting joke in the first section.
I've got 17 pages, so let's hit it.
17 pages.
I'm leaving after
Okay.
an hour.
We're good. So the first fact, I bet you didn't realize the Halloween franchise was a big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
It was a fact.
No, it is. Okay, we're gonna start on what I call the Carpenter Prime line.
The Carpenter.
That's
The John Carpenter.
Prime line.
Yeah.
Yes. So spoilers. Okay. I'm just giving you guys the
Okay, what are the timelines so we can just get them out in the open right
Yeah,
now?
let's figure out what the timelines are. What do you mean by it's a big ball of timey-wimey stuff?
There's multiple timelines. The beginning of the franchise is a nexus point, and from this nexus point, timelines offshoot off.
Basically, they
There's
change
a-
their
there-
minds and they start changing continuity
There's-
back and forth.
Okay.
There's a quantum explosion and diverging timelines happen. Okay.
I thought we already did the Doctor Who episode.
No.
He's making it sound a lot cooler than it is. They came up with a few storylines that didn't work out, so then they went back and changed.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Spoilers. I'm just gonna give you guys a skeleton. You guys can go watch the movies and put the meat on the skeleton.
I'm
okay?
pretty sure he's going to give us the skeleton, the blood vessels, and maybe half of the muscular structure.
No, cardiovascular system maybe. But
There's
not
going to be at
really.
least one penis in there somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you guys get a penis from Adam every podcast?
Okay, here we go.
I do.
On a cold Halloween night, I'm bypassing that. On a cold Halloween night, 1963, 6-year-old Mike Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister Judith. That was the cool POV shot.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's at this point there was a quantum explosion, and diverging timelines were created. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from this point on until I say otherwise, we're on the Carpenter Prime line.
The Carpenter Prime line.
Carpenter Prime line. So 15 years has passed, and after being locked away for a murder in a mental institution, Michael escapes. At this point, we catch up with our high school gang of Haddonfield people: Lori, Jamie Lee Curtis's film debut; Linda, PJ Souls, who I gave a hug and I seen her naked; and Annie.
Like in person?
Yeah, give her a hug in person.
And seen her naked in person.
No, in the movie Halloween.
Oh.
I think a lot of people have seen her naked.
Yes, but not a lot of people give her a hug. And then Annie.
I'm sure a lot of people have given her a hug, too.
I bet there's a lot of people. I bet she gets hugged a lot.
No, shut up.
I've hugged her like 4 times.
You're a whore. They go on about their lives and plan for Halloween night as Michael stalks them in clear daylight, by the way.
Who's Michael Stockton?
No, Michael stalks. I got 17 pages, man.
58 minutes left.
Then on Halloween night, fuck, you messed up my flow. Then
I messed it up.
We are not starting all the way over.
Hello and welcome to the 44th. Okay, no, here we go.
I'm here with Swallow Daniel.
Then Halloween night hits and the proverbial shit hits the fan. Linda and Bob go to Mike's old abandoned house to make whoopee, where they come across Michael.
Like
Bob-
it's the 1950s.
It's set in 73, you know what they called it?
So many names right there.
I believe Whoopi Goldberg was born before then.
Possibly. So
they definitely didn't make Whoopi. That's definitely incorrect.
So Linda and Bob go to Mike's old abandoned house to make whoopee, where Michael shows up, yeah. Bob is dispatched. You know, that's where Michael picks him up by the neck and shoves the knife in and sticks him to the wall. Have you seen that scene?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he's just kind of like looking at him. So
The creepy, silent.
like tilts. Yes, exactly. Linda, topless, is laying on a mattress on the floor. Already had sex with Bob. Michael comes in wearing a sheet over
And
his
his glasses.
over his head and Bob's glasses, and Linda drops the sheet and was like, "You like anything? You see anything you like?" And of course, Michael just stands there because he's a voyeur, and pisses Linda off. So Linda throws a effing beer bottle at him, and then calls up Lori. Okay.
So wait a minute. Is Bob and Michael relatively the same size then?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. They're the same.
Well,
height.
this
They're
is
same height.
original Michael. He wasn't the giant.
Oh,
They
okay,
made
he's
him
not
later.
Tyler Mane,
No.
near 7 feet tall.
No, this is the orig.
I know, but I didn't know if he was that.
No.
People could still be tall back
No,
then.
in the 70s, people were a lot
No,
shorter.
he was.
Gravity was stronger in the 70s. Well, a lot of people don't
I
know
am
that.
afraid to admit that actually that was true. In the past, people were a lot shorter.
Yes. Okay.
There is a fun fact about that scene.
Yeah,
though.
Jesus was a midget. So anyway, so
Hey, I want to know the fun fact.
At the premiere, PJ Souls was sitting next to her then boyfriend Dennis Quaid, and on the screen she says, "Do you like what you see?" And the person in front of her yelled, "Hell yeah, I do!"
hell yeah.
And Dennis Quaid was like, "Do you want me to kick his ass?" And she's like,
It's like, no, it's my
"No."
dad. It's okay. So anyway, so
He's really. Adam just really trying to circumnipulate. Circumnipulate
Circumnipulate?
back.
Circumnipulate. That's
All
that's how
of
we
our
start talking about
banter.
boobs on the
I have
podcast.
17 pages. Okay, so
15 minutes.
We can
left.
cut one of those timelines out. Nobody will care, right?
so anyway, so Michael's just standing there in a sheet. Linda's now pissed. Linda calls Lori, starts complaining about how Bob isn't reacting. Michael,
What did she call her on?
a telephone.
In Michael Myers' abandoned house for the past 15 years.
Yes.
They probably haven't paid the phone bill on.
No. Smith Groves thing does it. Anyway,
No.
so anyway,
It was a paper snafu, and it's just been on this entire time.
I wish that
Lori is babysitting Tommy. Okay, so she has no plans for the night. So while Linda is on the phone with Lori, Michael pulls a sheet off and strangles Linda. Lori thinks it's sexual noises, so she just hangs up the phone.
Gross.
Yes. So Annie, the third friend, wants to get some whoopee as well.
Whoopee!
but Annie
Whoopee.
but Annie is babysitting Lindsay. So Annie takes Lindsay over to Lori, so Lori has to watch Tommy.
Why are
and-
these
So many
kids-
L's.
Why aren't these kids out trick or treating?
You know, they did. It's late at night. They already done.
Where are their parents at?
They're out making whoopee in a hotel somewhere. Anyway, so Lori is stuck babysitting while
What year is
Annie.
it? This is 78.
Yeah.
I was born in the wrong era, man. Apparently, you just walked across the street and stumbled into some whoopee.
Fuck yeah.
So anyway, Annie drops off Lori or drops off Lindsay. She goes back home to get ready. Is
Okay.
dispatched by
Halloween in 1978 was on a Tuesday. No adults are going. No adults married with kids. Like, watch my kid. We're gonna go fuck on a Tuesday. You save that shit for the weekend.
Michael. Okay. Anyway, so 17 pages, people. So all the while this is going on, we are introduced to Donald Pleasant's character, Dr. Sam Loomis, the old psych doctor of Michael's from the institution.
Right.
Yeah, right. He knows exactly where Michael is going, despite no one believes him. Loomis tracks him down to Haddonfield. Okay, so the climax of the film is Lori, after protecting the two children, squares off with Michael in some now very infamous scenes. You know, the breaking through the closet, poking him with the metal coat hanger, him on the ground, and he does the classic Undertaker sit up. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Undertaker stole it from Mike Myers.
Okay.
So anyway, at that point,
I believe it.
Loomis breaks in finally and shoots Mike Myers 6 times. Michael Myers 6 times.
6 times.
6 times holding up.
10 fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he's actually using movie logic because ammo was infinite in movies.
That's true. I actually did not mean to do that 6 times. So
Well, you should have just played it off like 6 times, people. Like just 6 times! Exclamation point.
I'm not that good of an actor.
There's not enough brain power working up there.
Listen to our Doctor Who sketch. I'm not that good of an actor. So anyway, shoots him 6 times. He goes ass over end off of a balcony. Now the famous line is uttered. Lori utters it to Loomis, was that the boogeyman? Loomis says, as a matter of fact, it was. Loomis goes back out, gone. That's the end of the movie.
So wait a minute. I thought, like,
Now, that was obviously just the skeleton, not the meat.
Yeah,
there was a bit
pretty
of meat
good
there.
skeleton.
I thought Jamie Lee Curtis's character was Michael's sister.
Not in the original. We'll get to that.
Okay.
They reveal it in the second.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original was supposed to be a one-off.
Okay.
Okay, here's some factoids. The script took less than 2 weeks to write and was originally going to be called The Babysitter Murders. Would this be
independent?
Which would make sense because he doesn't kill a single babysitter because the babysitter technically leaves the kid before she's killed while being a babysitter.
Characters are named after friends, family, and colleagues, as well as homages to other famous movies. The most obvious being Dr. Sam Loomis, being a character from Hitchcock's Psycho. Okay? Kill count, 5. Count them, 5. Cool death, Bob pinned to the door. Okay?
What do you rate Michael Myers' William Shatner masked hair?
Actually, I did later on. Not this one. I did.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to address that?
I was hoping none of you would say anything.
I don't know.
Yes, the mask was...
He's got 17 pages, Cody.
The mask was a William Shatner mask. I heard two things. I heard it's a Captain Kirk mask. I also heard
1975 Captain Kirk mask.
I also heard it was a negative mold from Devil's Reign, which if you watch Devil's Reign, you can see the mask. So I'm not sure which one it is. But anyway, good hair, but the hair gets better the hair gets worse as the movies goes on, and then it hits a different timeline, and the hair gets awesome.
Oh.
Okay, moving on. Halloween 2. We're still on the Carpenter Prime line. Picking up exactly where the ridge ends, Michael hides and recovers from being shot while Laurie is being taken to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and the good dog heads off in chase of the elusive Mike Myers. Loomis chasing who he thinks is Mike Myers because the mask was actually stolen from a hardware store. So naturally, other people would be wearing that mask. So he's chasing someone he thinks is Mike Myers. Turns out to be like a football star. The kid pauses, gets hit by a cop car. The cop car goes into a van and explodes.
Oh, so
as they do.
As they do in the 70s. They don't do that anymore.
I mean, it would have been more sensitive.
So
like it hit like a Ford Pinto.
So Laurie...
Most explosive cars ever.
So Laurie is now in the hospital, and romantic subplot with Jimmy, the paramedic, starts happening. After
didn't her boyfriend just... No, she didn't have a boyfriend.
She did not. She was a virgin. She's kind of the start of the virgin survivor type. That's kind of where that
She was the
at.
first... what's that called? Virgin survivor girl. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Did you just literally repeat what Adam just
Yeah,
said?
I know. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
saying
works for him.
After dispatching some teenagers at the house he's recovering in, Michael discovers Laurie's location through the radio after a news bulletin. Most of the action takes place within Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, where a lot of staff members become collateral damage in Michael's search for Laurie. Elsewhere, Loomis is picked up in order to return back to Smith's Grove. It's during the car ride back, it's revealed that Laurie is Mike's sister.
Is it Mike or Michael?
Michael's sister.
Okay.
A secret that was kept to protect Laurie. So in the Ridge, the idea was that they weren't related. He just had an obsession with killing babysitters. It's now in the second movie he becomes...
So why is he obsessed with her?
Because he's his sister. She is his sister.
But there's nothing to... He doesn't know that.
No, he does know that.
When did he learn that?
We're getting to it.
They give reasons for it in later movies. I don't know if they gave the reason for it in that movie.
Correct. So the climax of the
But
flick...
how would she know? It's been 15 years.
How would she know?
How would he know that that's what it looks
You'll
like?
find out in later movies. So
I want to know now.
You won't. The climax of the flick is Loomis, and Laurie fighting off Michael at the hospital. Loomis is stabbed in the stomach. Michael is shot in the eye by Laurie in a very cool shot. You know, white mask and blood coming out of both eyes. Can you survive a gunshot wound like that?
I would assume that if it's like a full-on, just like
Superman
like
did.
shot,
Yeah.
then I would say no because you've got brain back there.
Well, this dude's badass because he took 2 of them and just kept on going. So anyway,
Have they explained anything about him being interesting, or is he still just a murderer?
at this point, in number 2, he's still just a murderer. He's just kind of
Okay.
really tough. Okay, so At this point, Loomis and Laurie fill the room with ether and oxygen. Loomis sacrificed himself, igniting the gas, killing him and Michael. That was supposed to be it. Okay? So, factoids. The film was to mark the end of the story for Laurie and Loomis and Michael. And any following films would be something completely different. They wanted to do like a Halloween anthology.
Like a copycat killer, maybe.
No. Like a whole different story.
Okay.
So like different style movies starring different characters. It was also supposed to be shot in 3D, but was later rejected because it was too hard to do 3D at nighttime.
So is that why like Seasons of the Witch happened? Because
I'm getting there. So
I thought you said we weren't talking about Seasons.
Great movie.
We're getting there.
Season of the Witch.
Probably the best in the franchise.
Kill count 10. 10.
I thought you was just adding numbers there for a second.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 11 or something.
I hope it doesn't go any higher than that because I don't want shoes coming off.
Okay, so cool death. There's an IV syringe put into one of the nurses and drained. All her blood is drained out on the floor. And then Jimmy, the suave paramedic, comes running in. He slips and falls and knocks his ass out.
So he puts an IV in and it just drains her entire body of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
I mean, that's plausible. I mean, it would take like 3 hours, but
Yeah, well, the movie takes place over 48 years, so it was good.
that's fair.
Okay, so it's
That wasn't even believable, Adam.
at this point in our
You
story.
could have just said 48 hours.
That's actually what I meant to say. How years came out.
Words,
So,
numbers.
I realized I had said years. I was like, I'm an idiot. So I just kept on moving, hoping you guys didn't catch it. It's at this point in our story, ladies and gentlemen, the Carpenter Prime line somehow creates a pocket dimension.
Oh God.
Pocket dimension. Within said pocket dimension, the world of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch exists. This film not only has no returning characters, it has absolutely nothing to do with the previous flicks. In fact, the characters from that movie are watching the movie trailer for the Ridge in the movie.
Oh, okay.
All right, that is one of my favorite like Halloween sequel tropes, like scary movie tropes, is that when the previous movies are just movies and then people are watching them or trailers for them or something.
Huh?
Like, that would be.
You
I do
mentioned
like that a
on
lot.
Final Foot about Grave Encounters.
Yeah, I really like that trope.
No Mike Myers, so let's return back to the Carpenter Prime line. Okay?
Oh, so
love
we're just
Season of the
writing it
Witch.
off. Okay.
Yeah, so
It's in a pocket dimension. It doesn't
Tyler,
exist.
You've been talking about Season of the Witch all episode.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what makes it so good?
Oh
You're
my
such a
god, just the
dick.
storyline.
What smart ass?
Yeah,
What is the
yeah, give
storyline?
us-
I
give us
dare
a-
you.
The storyline?
Yeah.
They're trying to bring back witchcraft. There's this dude that owns a company that makes a whole bunch of Halloween masks that all have pieces of Stonehenge in them. Gets the little kids to watch something on TV, which turns them into monsters, which kill the people in the surrounding area. The final scene is the guy calling up different radio stations, telling them to turn it off.
Okay.
So since you're an aficionado, is there a Mike Myers cameo?
No,
Not at all.
no.
I just told you there wasn't.
Well, even like a cameo, like a nod, like there's a mask hanging on a wall.
Well,
and that's his mask?
they're watching the trailer of the Ridge, so that's
Sure.
the cameo.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I want the audience to know the look on Adam's face because he thought Tyler was just bullshitting.
He fucking looked at the Wikipedia right before his ass.
Oh, don't-
Because he was going to do some shit.
Actually, I looked it up a few hours ago.
Okay. 48 years ago.
And don't ever say anything bad about Wikipedia because that's the only source that you ever use.
No, this
Oh
one.
yeah, it was Supernatural Wiki.
Yeah, Supernatural.
No,
Wiki.
this one I'm pulling from my head because this is like my number
so
three
so we have no
franchise.
we can't fact check you then. So
But
we're
you
just-
can fact check me if you want.
like
I'm
I
just saying
did
we don't have a good
on
source
Wikipedia, and it
of-
got you shut up.
We don't have an Adampedia, is what we're trying to say.
Thank God.
Yeah, you don't want one.
that would be just.
Halloween 4, The Return of Mike Myers.
All right, this
okay.
is in the prime line.
Remember, this is the Carpenter Prime line. Remember, him and Loomis exploded in a glorious
Fireball.
fireball of ether and oxygen at the hospital, okay? It's now 10 years later, but it's not that bad. You're leaving?
No, I just had a thought.
Oh, okay.
I like how he cares when you leave, but when I get up, it's like, ah, fuck it.
It's now 10 years later. Michael has been comatose since surviving the hospital explosion. As he is being transferred back to Smith Grove Sanitarium, he overhears
It's
that...
how many years later?
10.
Okay, so it's been 10 years. He's been comatose where?
So, in a hospital, I guess. Doesn't say.
Thank you, sir.
Surviving. Anyway, as he's being transferred back to Smith Grove Sanitarium, he overhears that Lori, who has died in a car accident, had a daughter. So, Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want to come back. They killed her character off. They started a new character that Laurie Strode finally had sex and had a daughter. So the fact that the comatose Michael finally hears that wakes him up. Okay?
Oh, so sort of like the Dark Knight thing where Joker comatose and he sees Batman's back and he's like, oh yay, I get to be the Joker again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, good point.
From the Dark Knight movie. Dark Knight Rises movie.
Returns.
Okay.
So he wakes up, kills everyone in the ambulance, and starts heading back to
Is that the
Haddonfield.
one where he jams his thumb into the ambulance dude's forehead?
No, that's... Yeah, it might be
There's
5.
one where like the guy's like looking over his body and he literally just like takes
Yeah,
his
yeah.
full thumb.
I remember
and
that
just, like,
killing,
rams
but I
it
can't
into
remember
his-
which one it is. Okay, anyway, he snaps out of comatose, kills the ambulance driver, heads back to Haddonfield. Fellow explosion survivor, Dr. Loomis, is heading back to Haddonfield to hunt down Michael. They don't give a reason. They do put a cool burn scar on his face. So,
Luminous or Michael?
Loomis. He just, maybe some piece of equipment flew in from the explosion and blocked a lot of the explosion from him and just burnt inside his face.
Yeah. That seems plausible.
Jamie, the deceased daughter of Lori, now she's alive. Lori's deceased.
Yeah, okay. I was fixing to catch you.
I saw your face. Okay.
So is this the character's name, Jamie, or are we talking about Jamie Lee Curtis?
No, the character's name Jamie. It was an homage to Jamie Lee Curtis.
How is it that the Doctor Who episode has as easier to follow that timeline and continuity than this disaster?
I
of a
broke
movie
it down.
franchise?
Has any of these movies caught your eye? If you say season 3, episode 3, I'm like, beat your ass.
I swear to God, of all of them, Halloween 3 sounds the most interesting.
I remember Halloween 2.
The hospital one?
I remember Halloween 2, and then I also remember Halloween 3.
Okay, all right. So, Lori's dead. She has a daughter named Jamie. Now living with the foster family, she begins having nightmares of a mysterious shaped man stalking her.
Who would be her uncle?
Correct.
Okay.
It's now Halloween.
It's got the whiteboard.
It's, of course, Halloween. It gets way more confusing down the line. It's now Halloween. She wants to go trick-or-treating. Jamie's older sister takes her out on Halloween. Michael, now back in Haddonfield.
Her older half-adopted sister?
Foster sister.
Yeah.
Foster sister? Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
Well, foster is someone you're not related to that you adopted, basically.
So yeah, so adopted or whatever. So it's now Halloween. The older sister, who isn't her actual sister, takes her out. Michael, now back in Haddonfield, who apparently is now a strategist because he was in a coma, goes to a substation, electrical substation, takes one of the workers and throws him into a transformer.
I remember this one too.
Wiping out the town, putting it in dark, no electricity.
Autobot or Decepticon?
Autobotters. What I
The
meant?
Transformer.
Oh, motherfucker.
Is it northern Illinois or southern Illinois?
Decepticon.
I think
He
it
doesn't like
was in the
humans.
south.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
because they need to call Ameren to get that shit taken care of.
Now back in Haddonfield, Dr. Loomis teams up with the sheriff and goes off to hunt Michael and protect Jamie. A lynch mob is formed to kill Michael as well. After finding Jamie and his older sister, Loomis and the crew go to the sheriff's house and barricade themselves up and hunker down, waiting for Michael. They're unaware that Michael's already in the house.
He's in the sheriff's house.
He caught a ride in the back of the sheriff's car, so when they stopped, he killed the 2 guys in the car and then got in the house. You all right?
Yep.
Okay, all right. After a while,
As long as it's not dabbing.
they're waiting in the house. After a while, Loomis decides to go out and find Michael. The sheriff decides to leave to go protect his city. They leave 2 cops to protect the sister and Jamie. Mike's already in the house. Mike kills the 2 cops, goes after the 2 girls. Barely escaping, the 2 girls run down to the street and somehow meet up with Loomis. They take shelter in the school. In the following scuffle with Mike, the alarm goes off, causing the lynch mob and the police to show up. For safety, the lynch mob take the 2 girls to the next town over in their truck. En route, Michael climbs and somehow catches up with the truck, climbs aboard and kills the members of the lynch mob, causing the truck to crash into an abandoned mine shaft.
Wait a minute. So first thing, the entire lynch mob can fit in a single truck.
Yeah. Well, no. The entire everyone in the truck was part of the lynch mob, but that's not all of the lynch mob.
Okay. And
I'm sorry. I'm just having a proud nerd moment.
Okay. All right.
Because that was kind of creepy, the laughing about the lynch mob. And
No, I'm sorry.
You're sitting way too close to me at this point.
Finish this conversation and I'll interject.
Okay.
And then the second thing, the truck crashes into a mine.
Abandoned mine. It's not an active
Just,
mine.
Like through the front door? Like
No.
threading the needle?
No, it's one of those cartoons, where it's
Or-
got like the wooden part of it.
Yeah.
The
Or
wooden
it's
entrance.
wooded off, closed
It's
off.
wooded
mine.
off, and then right past the
also,
door, it goes down.
It
Yeah.
goes down. So
Yeah, it's not one of those gradual ones. It's one that goes straight down.
Okay.
Like in our game.
This sounds ridiculous.
Okay. Now,
sounds
this-
like can you hear like the cartoon sound effects?
Like,
so anyway,
what the hell was that?
the state police are right behind. They find a surviving Michael and continue to open fire on him, Peter Weller style from RoboCop.
Ah.
Just he falls down the mine shaft. Now back with her foster parents, Jamie is being taken upstairs by her foster mom. Loomis and the sheriff are talking to the foster dad. Jamie attacks her mom. Loomis runs halfway up the stairs, but stops and stops and looks
In horror
as he sees an emotionless Jamie standing on the top of the stairs holding a bloody pair of scissors, covered in blood, wearing a similar clown outfit that young Michael wore in the Ridge. The killing has now passed on to the niece.
In the original first one, his first murder was killing his older sister dressed up as a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left that part out.
I thought you guys knew that. Everyone knows that.
It's part of the lore. He's basically his that Halloween costume. He was dressed as a clown, wore the mask, killed.
Why do you think he was in the mental institution?
It is a pretty good scene.
Sure, it sounds good. Why did Jamie kill her mom?
The killing, the evil has passed on to his niece.
Okay,
That's
so Mike
what-
is no longer crazy.
Is he?
Yes.
I'm asking you. I haven't seen
We'll
anything.
find out.
Oh, geez.
I've got 12 more pages
12
to
more
go.
pages, okay.
Anyway,
30 minutes left.
So
Okay,
Dr. Loomis sees the.
Cody's got a thing.
Well, no, we got to let's finish this page.
Okay.
All right.
So Loomis falls down on the steps crying, screaming no, because he realizes the evil has passed on. Okay. Factoids. The studio wanted Jamie Lee Curtis to return as Laurie. She declined and stated she didn't want to be involved with the series anymore. Melissa Joan Hart was almost cast as a 7-year-old daughter, Jamie. Okay. During the night shoots, Donald Pleasance became so cold he began wearing a hat. He forgot to take it off in the shots, and no one noticed it till after filming had wrapped. It caused 6 hours of reshoots because of it.
Because he wore a hat?
Is
But
that
he
the
was-
Linus character?
But the character wasn't wearing a hat. The actor was because he was cold, and then when he went back to shoot his scenes, he forgot to take it off.
Why?
They didn't.
They just say that he was wearing a hat. Like, why did they have to what was so important about the hat?
Because he wasn't wearing a hat in like all this other footage.
It was
and all of a
like, where the
sudden
hell
he
did he
had
get
a
the hat
on.
from? Did he just
Like
steal it?
how they can't figure that part out, but Michael Myers being shot in the eye, like both eyes, and like still getting up. That's okay.
Instead of spending 6 hours of reshoots, why didn't they just spend 10 minutes of reshoots and have him pick up a hat? and
That
splice it
took
in?
6 hours.
Have one of the cops be like, "Hey, nice hat."
They had to
Yeah.
light. They had to light it. 6 hours. Anyway, kill count 18.
18.
Cool kill.
That's one.
Co-
Wow, this would be really good on YouTube.
It would be.
Cool.
Only if there was a camera set up.
Cool kill. Character pinned to the wall in homage to the Ridge, but with a shotgun this time.
Oh, he shoves the entire shotgun through him?
Yes.
It's not
These
how you use a shotgun.
these cool kills are completely subjective. They're the ones I remember. If I rewatch it, I'm sure I'll probably think another one was cooler. That was just the ones I could remember from the movies.
You know what was an even cooler kill was when Jason takes the hot rock sauna and shoves it through a guy.
Jason sucks. Okay, what was your...
All right, I have a proud nerd moment that I'd like to share.
Okay.
My mother just watched Infinity War at her house, and she's calling me to ask me about the end credit scene where Nick Fury's on the pager and tries to page Captain Marvel, and she's like, "What's that about?" I'm just
Spoilers,
wondering.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Hey, I actually still haven't seen it. But you already spoiled it for me like months ago, so it's all good.
Okay, Halloween 5.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Cody's mom. We haven't said hi to you in a while. Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Halloween 5, The Revenge of Mike Myers. Okay? This is where we start answering some of your questions, okay?
Like, why is this series still exist?
We're only in the Carpenter Prime line. Wait till we get to the other lines. Okay.
God.
Yeah.
After being shot Bonnie and Clyde style, Michael falls down the mine shaft.
I thought it was Robot Cop style.
No, that was in number 4. This is number 5. To ensure his death...
Unless we get shot a second time and falls down a second mine shaft?
No, it's...
But the truck already drove down the mine.
No,
shaft.
it crashes to the front of the mine shaft.
So it's not completely enclosed.
But no,
Wait, I thought it fell down a mine shaft.
No. It hit the. Are y'all fucking with me? Okay.
I'm kind of legitimately confused. So
You said
the truck
it crashed into the mine shaft, and the mine shaft goes straight down.
Yes.
So do you crash into the mine, and then it drops at a 90-degree angle?
No. The truck. So there's like that wooden enclosure. Yeah.
Right.
The truck crashes into the wooden enclosure.
and it's still at the top of the mine shaft.
Yes, it's at the top of the mine
Is
shaft.
it blocking the entire opening to the mine shaft?
It is at that point in time. Yes.
It is, okay.
So Michael gets out, and then the cops shoot him, Gundam style. and
Wrong.
No, Gundam? Okay, anyway. So he shoots
No.
Mike Myers. I got way more jokes coming, guys.
God. Are they funny?
You just wait. And Mike Myers falls down the mine shaft. To ensure...
Wait, I thought the truck was blocking the mine shaft.
Right, falls down. Mike's on the other side. So
He gets out of the truck into the mine shaft.
Yes.
So he crawls over the truck, gets shot, falls
Falls back over the truck.
through. Okay, over the truck, down the mine shaft a second time.
Yes. To ensure Mike is dead, the cops start lighting sticks of dynamite and throwing him down the
Which
mine
they
shaft.
have with them.
They do. They're state troopers. Anyway,
Well, yeah.
Michael survives. He survives
Welcome
this.
to Illinois, y'all.
Michael
Does it actually
survives
have that
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
Okay.
Michael survives this by jumping into a creek and letting the creek.
He jumps into a creek at the bottom of the mine.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know the clown scene. You expect me to know what city this takes place in?
So
He said it 5 times.
a hermit.
I'm really not listening to him.
Are you really not listening?
No, I can go.
You fucking liar. A hermit.
Look at that pat on the back. Don't cry, little baby boy. I'm
You all
listening.
agreed to this episode.
We didn't
No. It was no agree. It was, hey, this is what we're gonna do on Sunday.
Take it, bitches.
There's a new Halloween movie coming out, so let's do it. We're doing the franchise. Okay. So a hermit finds him in the creek and bandages it up and takes care of him. Okay. It's now 1 year later.
Does he kill the hermit?
It's now 1 year later. Michael wakes up, kills the hermit, and starts heading back to Haddonfield.
Is he related to Rip Van Winkle? Because he sleeps for outrageous, enormous.
I think that's supposed to explain how he's able just to recover like that. They always, in the later movies, they always put a significant amount of time, and then that's the reason he's able to get up and about again.
So he goes into a Kryptonian healing coma.
Pretty much.
Okay, so he's how old when he gets sent to the insane asylum?
I think he's like 7.
I gotta go up like 12 pages.
Thank
Oh,
you,
good.
Whistling-
We're only 5 pages to the end.
Thank you, Whistling Tea Kettle.
6 years old.
Okay, so he's 6 years old.
15 years have passed.
So he's 21 in the first one, and then
Right.
21 in the second one.
Wait, 21. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
He's not in the third one.
The best one.
Right.
And then
And then
the
it's
fourth
10
one.
years later.
And then he's 31. The best one.
Oh.
Then he's 31.
And then
It's a year later, so he's 32.
32.
Yep. So he's 32 years old.
So then in the fifth one, he's still 32. Because it happens. No, and then a year passes, so he's 33.
No. I was counting the year when he's 31, so he's 32 and 5. So keep that in
Where
mind.
was the 10? Oh, the 10-year time jump was when
4.
Into 4. Okay.
Yeah.
There's 2.
4. Again, another visual gag that would have been hilarious. with a
Okay.
video camera. You think in the world of iPhones we could get something, but
So,
no.
do we all know where we're at number 5 now? The
He
Hermit's
is
dead.
27 years old. Got
He's
it.
32 years old. The Hermit's dead. He's heading back to Haddonfield. Now a mute.
He's like a freaking sea
Okay,
turtle.
give me the 4 again.
now a
He's like
mute.
a sea turtle. He can
For
find his way
Instagram.
home.
Come on.
No, now a mute due to psychological trauma and suffering nightmares and seizures. Jamie is admitted to a children's hospital. Okay, the good doc notices that Jamie has developed a telepathic link with her uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just read it. He uses that as evidence that Michael must still be alive and attempts to warn the sheriff. Meanwhile, just wait till I get to the kill count.
Attempts to warn him, so he can't just call him. He's got to I must go on a quest to find the sheriff.
Yeah. So anyway, meanwhile, Michael uses his metaphysical link to Jamie to track her down and her older sister from the previous film. Remember her?
Her adopted sister.
Yes. He dispatches her with a pair of scissors and hunts down the older sister's friends. One receives a metal guarded rake to the head. This is kind of when Mike becomes more of a Jason killer. He starts using
Anything he can pick
Garden
up.
implements.
Yes. After another bloodbath because of the telepathic link, Loomis thinks the best course of action is to use the 8-year-old girl as bait. Jamie finally agrees.
No, she agrees.
She agrees.
Oh, okay.
Because she found out her sister's dead. The team set up a trap at Michael's childhood home. They abuse the shit out of this home. Jamie gets a feeling he is somewhere else. She tells the police race off to the possible location, leaving only 2 officers yet again because it worked so well the first time, Loomis and Jamie at the house. Michael arrives quickly, dispatches the 2 remaining officers. Loomis attempts to reason with Michael, but is quickly subdued by the shape. Michael continues after Jamie.
I refuse to believe that anyone becomes a cop in this city anymore.
Or they even celebrate Halloween.
And I refuse to believe that his house is still standing.
It is.
No,
there is no way. People destroyed John Wayne Gacy's house with hammers. There is no way this guy...
They don't have hammers in Haddonfield.
They got rakes.
Yeah, you can't destroy
You just pull them out of people and just
destroy. Same thing happened down in Wichita. They destroyed BTK's house. They tore it down, made it into like a park area
with his family still in it. Okay, so Jamie hides in an old laundry chute. Michael finds her locations and begins stabbing through the metal. Cool scene. Anyway, she eventually escapes, is cornered in the attic by Michael. Before killing her, Jamie convinces Michael to take off his mask. She touches his face and through some sort of telepathic link, sends him into a fit of rage. Loomis then uses a trank gun and continues to pummel him with a wooden plank. Loomis suffers a stroke and collapses.
in the middle of all this.
Yes.
He's too old for this shit.
Jamie is escorted home. Michael is locked up at the sheriff's station awaiting transport to a maximum security prison. It's at this point, ladies and gentlemen, a mysterious man in black arrives and kills everyone at the police station, and he lets Michael go. That's the end of the movie.
What?
Yep. Factoids. The first draft of the script had Jamie Lloyd becoming evil and becoming a sidekick of sorts to Michael.
Oh, so a little evil.
Yes. The Hermit from the beginning was originally shot as a young man. He tried to bring Michael back to life, and inside his shack, it was filled with ancient ruins and tablets.
Oh, so they've got to make it where he came back because of magic.
Yes. The Man in Black was played by the same man that played Michael Myers. Okay?
Oh, okay, so it's sort of like the metaphysical, you have to release yourself from your own bondage.
Yes. Or they just hired him as 2 actors. Kill count, 18.
Nope.
Wait, that's 20, isn't it?
No, that was 17.
That's 10.
Yeah.
18.
You went like this.
And I had my thumb out.
No, you did not.
18.
We'll go to the tape.
Cool kill. Character impaled through the back with a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, one of the original drafts for the script that was denied was that Halloween was canceled from Haddonfield, and kids being kids continued celebrating, and that just sort of metaphysically brought Michael back to life.
Okay.
Do you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a Jason type
I'm looking
thing.
for a high five over here.
Oh,
Please tell
Wow.
me you got that.
Oh, did I
Wow.
get it? No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
That was the lamest high five
That was pretty lame.
all right.
ever.
Here's where
That
we
was like
start.
A high 2.5.
Here's where we start getting to the meat of why Mike Myers kills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the stupid curse. and-
Halloween.
I thought we weren't doing meat. We were just doing skeletons.
This is where we get to the thick calcium-filled bones of the skeleton of why Mike Myers kills.
What chapter are we on now?
6. The
Page.
curse of Mike Myers.
He's 75 at this point.
Oh.
6.
6. Fuckers. Okay, so he's 31.
30 more pages to go.
Tyler, he's 32 at the end of 5.
Damn it.
We now jump 6 years forward in the Carpenter Prime line.
That
So-
makes him.
Oh, God.
Well, that's 28. 38. There you go.
So he's 38 years old. Jamie, now pregnant, gives birth, and the mysterious man in black.
Wait. She jumps how far?
She was 8 in the last one, so it's now 6. So
14?
it was the 80s. It was the early 90s, 95, so they could do that back then. Jamie, now pregnant, gives birth, and the mysterious man in black, the leader, turns out to be a leader of a druid-like cult, attempts to steal the newborn. The midwife helps Jamie and her child escape. Jamie makes
She
it to-
has a midwife.
at the hospital.
Okay, all right.
Jamie makes it to the bus station and makes a frantic phone call to a Haddonfield radio station. She is trying to warn that Michael is on his way home. The DJ ignores her. Okay?
Oh, wait. So the druid cult tries to steal the baby, then she goes up and said, "Oh, Michael's coming back."
You would think that the druid cult would not like leave her at a hospital.
The druid cult was underneath the hospital. They were in the basement. And then when Jamie gives birth, they actually go up and take the. You know how when you shoot the baby out, they take it away to clean it and shit. You should know you have 2 kids. So anyway, at that point, the man in black was going to take it downstairs.
That's why I didn't let my kid go leave the room.
And sacrifice it. But the midwife, knowing that, steals the baby, gives it to Jamie, like, you gotta get the F out of here. So they get out of here.
And why did the radio DJ, who is clearly in Haddonfield, where all this shit takes place, wouldn't you think he'd be like, huh, there might be something to this?
He thought it was a crank phone call.
Well, in their defense, like how many times did he probably already get that call?
Probably at least 3 times.
You guys suck. I'm never filming these episodes.
Okay, so Jamie was the killer. A killer.
She killed one person.
She killed one
killed her
person.
mom.
Her mom.
No,
Her
she
adopted
killed her.
mom.
Her adopted mom.
Oh,
Her
killed her
foster
mom.
mom. Yeah,
Foster- okay.
foster mom.
And she's 14 now?
She's 14 now, yeah. I
Having a baby
I
in
just
the
told
insane
you.
asylum.
I just told. No. She never went to the insane asylum.
Okay.
She went to a
Yes,
children's hospital.
Children's hospital.
But at the end of 5, they never really stated. I guess she just got released and got knocked up
She got captured.
by Seth Rogen.
That was dumb.
Yeah,
I got way more coming, guys.
That
I'm
was
so
dumb.
excited. I got way more coming.
that was
Okay.
kind of bad.
That was terrible.
I think we should.
That wasn't even a
we should start
ha
a
bad. That was
voting-
just
a voting
outright
procedure
bad.
on
No, that
topics.
one was on the fly. Okay, so anyway, the DJ ignores her, yeah? The good doc, now retired, overhears Jamie's pleas for help on the radio. Michael, now in pursuit of Jamie, causes her to, once again, crash her truck into an old barn.
Okay,
Why does she have a truck? She's only 14.
She steals it.
what
I'm
I
just
want
giving you
to,
a skeleton. I'm just giving you a skeleton, man.
I do want to address one thing. This
What?
doctor is probably as built as Michael is. How much shit has he survived through all this?
He's
He's
a-
still alive.
He's a tough old bird, man.
A stroke. He got beat up by Michael all the time.
Which I can't confirm it, but I think it's a running gag with this character because Donald Pleasance, the original Loomis, gets knocked unconscious, falls, has a seizure, gets knocked unconscious. But then in the remake, which is a different timeline, we'll get to it, the same thing happens. So,
All right.
all right.
Maybe if Michael is pure evil, maybe Dr. Loomis is just pure get the shit kicked out of him.
So, anyway, so at this point in time, the story, Jamie and Michael have crashed their truck into an old barn.
Jamie and Michael, so they're driving the car together, truck
No,
together.
Michael somehow has that mysterious
He can just appear powerful.
Yeah, and he somehow gets into the truck and causes Jamie to crash
In the
truck.
truck right next to her, or in the back of the truck?
The bed of the truck.
So I must have missed something because I was Instagramming. How did the evil transfer back from Jamie to Michael?
They just kind of dropped that.
Oh,
They didn't really.
Yeah.
okay. So yay continuity.
Because one of the ideas for number 5 which was Jamie was going to be like a sidekick of sorts for Mike, an evil sidekick, but they just kind of they just turned her into a mute.
Okay,
That was it.
gotcha.
Okay.
They knocked her up.
So crashes.
Michael Myers, you are the father.
They crash the truck. Nah, that's her. That's her niece, man. What the fuck's wrong with you?
She's 14.
Michael kills her. Yeah. Michael kills her by impaling her on a corn thresher and
He kills her?
kills her niece, kills his niece, impales her on a corn thresher, and then turns the mother effer on, disemboweling her.
Oh.
He goes to find the baby, but it's not in the truck. Jamie's dying words as she's guts are being torn out is, "You can't have the baby, Michael." So now back
And
in
Michael's like, "Don't tell me what I can't do."
okay,
Is it delivered exactly like that?
Yeah.
Michael, you can't have the baby.
I'm not a good actor. Now back in Haddonfield, we join back up with Tommy Doyle. Remember Tommy from the Ridge, the kid that Lori was babysitting in the Ridge?
Yeah.
He's now older now.
Well, I would hope so. That's what happens when you age.
Yes.
He has grown up obsessed with Michael and the motives behind the killing.
I don't know if you know this, Adam, but you are always the youngest you will ever be.
That's deep. Anyway,
As deep as the creek is that Michael survived in, that was somehow under a mine.
it's also when people say, "You want to see a photo of me when I was
Yeah,
younger?"
we've all heard the joke. Don't
Okay.
steal it.
Anyway, I steal all jokes. So anyway, Tommy
Oh,
Doyle.
Mitch Hedberg. I
Yes.
missed him.
God damn it. 18 pages, people. Tommy.
I thought it was 17.
Shit, he made another page.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Tommy grows
He held
up.
up 7 fingers.
Tommy grows up obsessed with Michael and in the motives behind the killings. He heard the phone call on the radio and goes to the bus station. He locates Jamie's baby that she put
Kicked to the curb.
No, that she hid. She hid. The
No,
baby.
let's just say it outright. She kicked him to the curb.
She hid the baby there to keep him away from Michael. Do you know where he hid him at? Where she hid him at?
In a bush?
No, those where where they put the paper towels where it opens up.
Cabinets?
What?
Cabinets?
No, I think you're saying she hit him in a paper towel dispenser?
Yeah.
There is no way.
No, it's not. I'm lying. Okay, so anyway, Tommy.
Tommy.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy.
When did we go to Japan?
Tommy, along with the baby, run into Loomis somehow because they always run into Loomis. He tells Loomis that the remaining Strode family, remember who the Strode family is? That's Laurie Strode from the original, the Ridge. The Strode family.
The adopting family?
The one that adopted Lori, who is... Good Lord, I've watched Days of Our Lives that isn't this confusing.
So, Jamie Lee Curtis's character from the Ridge, her last name was Strode, Laurie Strode.
Okay, but it was actually Myers.
Yes.
Okay.
In the Ridge.
In the
In the
Ridge.
Ridge.
So, they run into Loomis. Tommy tells Loomis that the remaining Strode family is now living in what was once the Myers residence.
Are you?
Why?
What? No.
True, yep.
Okay, I'm with Tyler at this point. There's no way in hell that place should be standing.
They both agree that Michael has come back home because that's all he does. Okay, here we go, Daniel. Pay attention. Quit looking at porn. Of course, Michael returns home and quickly kills the mom. The remaining members of
They killed the mom in the first one.
Yes,
talking-
he remarried.
What
They,
mom?
They killed the Strodes in the first one.
No, they didn't.
No,
No,
didn't
they're not.
one of the kids? Didn't she kill the mom, or was that a different mom?
That was a different mom. So, anyway, the remaining members of the family go see Tommy, and he explains that he believes Michael has been inflicted with the Thorn, an ancient druid curse.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Here-
It
here-
took 6 movies.
Here's
And we
the,
got there.
Here's the curse. Long ago, one child from each tribe chosen to bear the curse of Thorn must sacrifice its next of kin on the night of Samhain. Tommy believes Jamie's baby will be Michael's final sacrifice.
He's only killed... I guess he killed his older sister.
No, he didn't.
He killed his older sister. He tries to kill Lori, who's his younger sister. Lori dies. Lori has a baby, so that's his niece. So that's the
Next kin.
Next
Okay.
kin, yeah.
Good job. But he's already killed him once. How many times is he got to kill his next kin?
Constantly, till there's no more kin. The Man in Black is revealed to be a work acquaintance and friend of Dr. Sam Loomis. He wants Loomis to join him. The cult kidnapped the remaining members of the Strode family. The Man in Black explains to Loomis he wants to control and study the power of Thorn. Jamie's baby represents a new cycle of Michael's evil. We all with it? We all good?
Why is it a new cycle?
Uh-huh.
They don't explain it. They just say it. Loomis calls the Man in Black out on his plan, and Loomis is swiftly knocked unconscious.
It's like, you can't walk no line.
The film, the film.
Now that's a joke, Adam.
You guys suck. The film. Just wait till I get to my jokes.
What? There's more?
Yes, 18 pages worth. The film culminates with Michael.
He wrote in like 0.6 font.
Yeah. The film culminates with Michael attacking and killing the cult and the Man in Black himself. Loomis, now awake, helps the remaining Strodes escape. Tommy injects Michael with large quantities of tranks containing a corrosive liquid and beats him unconscious with a lead pipe. As our heroes are escaping, Loomis refused to leave, stating, "I have a little business to attend to." He goes back inside to see. He goes back inside to see the famous mask lying on the floor. And then it pulls out, and all you see is the hallway. And then all you hear is Loomis screaming in the background, and the fate of both of our characters are left unknown. That's the end of the movie.
Well, I'm pretty sure Linus is dead.
Loomis.
If they go, Loomis.
What about Charlie Brown?
It's because he left his.
So anyway, the reason why these movies are left open.
Please.
The reason why this movie is left open because Mustafa Aked. I thought I was going to do this fast, but you fuckers are stopping. Okay.
Oh, we finally got the Tyler kid almost laughed to death.
You right there, brother?
Good. Just the curse of the thorns.
So anyway, Michael has a tattoo of the curse of the thorn.
He has a tattoo this entire time?
Yeah, and somehow it's
He
just
got
shown.
it. He got it when he was 6.
Yes. So anyway, the reason why these movies are left open like this is because the guy who owns the rights to Halloween, Mustafa Aked, the late Mustafa Aked.
The late Mustafa Aked.
He has it in all the contracts that you cannot kill Michael. You can make it seem like Michael's dead, but you can't kill him. Factoids! This film marks the final time Donald Pleasance portrayed Dr. Sam Loomis and his last film ever made. He passed away 8 months later. This also marks the film debut of a very young but somehow still gorgeous-looking Paul Rudd.
What?
Paul Rudd played Tommy Doyle.
Oh,
Really?
okay, that's what movie he was in.
And this was his first movie?
I thought he was in Resurrection.
No, we'll get to Resurrection. Kill count 16, possibly 18. The deaths of Loomis and Michael are unclear.
You just said that they can't kill Michael.
Well, I mean, within the story, though. Cool kill. John Strode. He was impaled through the stomach and then carried over and finally pinned to a fuse box with a kitchen knife until he's electrocuted and he dies. In the TV version, it's actually more brutal than the actual release version because in the TV version, his head like swells up and his eyes pop, and it's pretty cool. Okay. It's at this point in our story, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end with the Carpenter Prime line. We now enter the Beta line.
The Beta line. Okay, who?
I have a question about the Carpenter timeline.
Carpenter Prime line.
Prime line, sorry. Why did Jamie kill his mom? Her mom?
Because that Mike Myers' evil force of the Thorn leaves him and goes into his niece.
He
For
died.
about 4 seconds, and then...
Basically, his heart stops. He's dead, so it passes to her, but then somebody restarts him, and then goes back to him.
She takes a really good poo, and it comes out. These are the jokes, people. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
we now enter the beta line.
Beta line. Who made the beta line?
Or, as the people in the business like me know it, we call it the just add water line. Back to the Nexus point. Young Michael Myers kills his sister. Then the events of the first two films happen. Okay. Halloween H2O.
H2O.
Okay, so Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 have happened normal.
Yes, in the beta line.
Okay, so this replaces Season of the Witch forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Halloween H2O. Just add water. Get it?
Yes. In this version, Jamie Lee Curtis's character never dies.
Correct.
She
Sort
fakes
of. It's basically H2O stands for Halloween 20 years later. So Michael is what now? If he was 15, or if he was
21.
She was 21.
So he's 41.
He's 41.
So that makes it.
3, 4, 1. Okay.
Hey.
Look
Okay.
at that math.
So the film opens up on a nurse. The nurse that took. Am I that bored? Y'all are just on your phones
No,
No,
I'm
no,
not on my
actually
phone.
doing some work, so
for this?
no.
Well, fuck off. Then. Okay. The film opens up on a nurse. The nurse that took care of Dr. Loomis in his last years. She comes home to find it has been broken into. She has a young JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, go to the house to make sure it's safe. He comes out and says it's safe. The
Joseph
nurse-
Gordon-Levitt, the one from Roseanne
No.
and Inception.
Inception, but it's Third Rock from the Sun.
Third Rock from the Sun, yes.
Okay. So he
How
co-
young? Younger than Third Rock from the Sun?
Yes.
No, I think it's right after Third Rock
So
from the Sun.
she has the kid go in
Yep.
and confirm everything's all right before she goes in.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the beta line. They do that in the beta line all the time. So, he says it's safe. He goes in, or she goes in. She finds out that the paperwork on the Haddonfield murders are gone. Specifically, Atlantically, the file on Laurie Strode. The file that states she is Michael's sister. She faked her death, and she is now known as Carrie Tate.
Carrie
so
Tate.
what if she actually faked her death then? What if this is not part of the beta line? Maybe this is still a prime line.
They ignored none of those other happened.
Well-
They stated none of those other happened.
Well, in the prime line, remember she has her daughter and then dies.
Yeah, none of those daughters happened. None of that
okay.
happened. Yeah. So
But that doesn't explain. Michael's just now finding out that Lori is his sister now.
yes,
That doesn't mean why he's got such a murder hard on for her before.
no, you're thinking of the Carpenter Prime line. This is the beta line.
But in the beta line,
Or just
the
add water.
The first one still happened, didn't it?
The first and
Yes.
second one still happened.
Yes.
So he's gone after Lori already.
Yeah, but he didn't know he was a sister
So why did he have a murder hard on for her?
Because she was a babysitter.
because she was a babysitter.
He didn't kill any other babysitters.
He
in the
tried
movie.
to, but they all dumped him off on Lori. They all dumped the kids
So
off on Lori.
he killed every person that wasn't babysitting. It should have been called the non-babysitter murders.
I'm just saying.
So what happened in the 20 years? Did he not have to fulfill the curse anymore?
The curse doesn't exist.
This is non-cursed line.
Oh God. Okay.
You are a comic book reader. How are you not getting this?
This is
Doctor Who makes a lot more sense now,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's
okay.
have another Doctor Who episode. I think that's a wonderful idea, Johnny.
I
So
agree.
anyway, okay, so
And Johnny seems a lot funnier than Adam's jokes. That's
you guys suck. Okay, so the files are missing. The nurse panics and runs over to JGL's, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's house to find him dead
Is it
with
his house or his parents' house?
probably his parents.
Okay.
To find a ice skate through the face.
They put an ice skate through a kid's face.
Yeah.
Are they still in Illinois?
They're in Haddonfield. Michael then cuts the
We
nurse's
live in
throat.
Illinois. Do you own a pair of ice skates?
7 of them. No, literally just 7 skates. I'm missing one.
It's in Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face.
Okay,
so I still haven't answered my question. What has Michael been doing for the last 20 years?
lifting weights, bro.
So he's just like cool.
He's swole as shit.
I'm just
Maybe
doing this with my hands. and
okay.
that's
So
all
I'm
doing.
thinking he.
I don't lift weights. I just
Well, he was in that. He was in.
I don't lift weights.
He was in that explosion, so it probably took him 20 years to survive the explosion.
Yeah, because 1 and 2 he was in the mine explosion that didn't
No,
happen.
that was
No.
four.
The hospital. The
Yeah, he was
hospital
in the
had
hospital
explosion.
Okay, so
See, if y'all would listen.
I just said he was in the damn hospital. Explosion.
the ether and oxygen explosion.
So, here we go.
Oh yeah, let's just throw out freaking adjectives so we're paying more attention.
JGL's dead. The nurse is now dead. Michael slits her throat. Smash cut to California. Lori now Carrie. Hugh Laurie is now Carrie, is the headmistress of a posh academy. Carrie's new love interest is there, as well as her son, played by Josh Hartnett, and his girlfriend and their two friends. Very, very late 90s. You remember Hartnett's haircut from the 90s?
Yes.
He had that like fancy bowl cut and he like spiked it up in the back.
Yep.
I really like that haircut. I went back this morning and looked at it. It does not hold up.
No, it's only in movies now. Like, it'd be really hard to change your identity now and fake your death.
His haircut looks better in The Faculty. I want to get that out. Okay.
You just completely ignore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie.
It kind of reminds me of like when Superman has Facebook and Lois takes a selfie of her and Superman's like, "Do you want to tag Clark Kent?" And she's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, so sorry. Didn't mean to get you off track.
What page are we on now?
I couldn't tell you. We're in the double digits, so we're good.
There's actually his computer's not even turned on. He's just
got the screensaver on.
Yeah.
Yes. Carrie slash
It's
Lori.
a naked picture of PJ Souls.
Carrie slash Lori's
She
son.
was in the first one, and Adam gave her a hug once.
Yes.
Carrie slash Lori's son, John, parentheses Hartnett, doesn't know about her infamous past, only that she freaks out around Halloween and wakes up screaming sometimes. It's now Halloween. The entire school is supposed to go on a camping trip. John slash Hartnett, or parentheses Hartnett, his girlfriend and the couple friends play hooky, and they stay on
the dead ones.
They stay on the empty campus. They soon will be dead. At this point, Michael enters the campus, sneaking past the security guard.
And we're California now.
Yeah.
Yes.
He sneaks past the security
Can you
guard.
imagine him getting on a plane?
Yeah, like how did he get from Illinois to California?
Just takes his mask off and gets on a plane. No one knows what he looks like.
Where's he got the money to get on a plane?
So he's not insane. He's
Stole
just
it
a murderer.
Stole it from JGL's house.
I
So
thought he was like the psychopath. Like, I can't function in society, as murder everything I see.
right.
Okay, so didn't he murder everyone on the airplane?
Wait.
Yes.
Lori faked her death.
I think he's just saying stuff to get us to stop because we have
Yes.
17 pages.
She
Yes.
faked her death, yet they know where she is?
Michael does.
How?
Psychic link.
That file that he stole from Dr. Loomis's.
Why did it take him 20 years to steal the file?
He was recovering from the explosion. I've got answers for all these people.
No, you didn't answer my question.
What was the question?
In the file, does it say where Lori's at in the
Yes.
file?
Yes, it does.
So she faked her death and then told Loomis where she was at?
Loomis helped her do it.
So
Wait,
got
I thought he
paperwork
died
of
in
it?
the explosion.
No, he.
Okay,
Also
all right.
has Rush.
Oh, he was alive.
That nurse, the nurse, was his nurse through his golden. She took care of him as he was dying in his later years in life.
After he survived the explosion.
Yeah, they both survived the explosion.
Shut up, Cody.
Okay, it's at this
Don't
point.
take his side.
It's
I
at-
gotta do it. If we beat up on him too much, he gets super mopey about it.
At this point, Michael enters the campus, sneaking past the security guard, played by DCP favorite LL Cool J, Deepest Bluest. Go, rap it.
The deepest, bluest.
My head is like a shark's
Shark
fin.
fin.
Okay, who?
He
Wow.
sneaks. Okay, no, what
Wow.
I'm getting hung about.
It
So
is-
he sneaks past
It
him
is
and does not
neon
kill him.
white
No.
up in this bitch right
So-
here.
So he sneaks past the security guard.
Wow.
Who for some reason wants to be a soft-core erotic fiction writer and is constantly spouting off ideas to his wife/girlfriend on the phone.
That is a niche fucking market.
I didn't even really have to mention it. I just thought it was funny.
Softcore erotic fiction.
Yes. So John, parentheses Hartnett, and the rest are having their own fun in the basement. Michael kills the other couple in a fairly brutal fashion. Now on the run, John, parentheses Hartnett, and girlfriend go to find his mom. His mom is trying to get some whoopee from Adam Arkin's character. She tells him who she really is, and he just kind of laughs. He thinks it's a Halloween joke because apparently Laurie Strode is infamous. Okay?
Well, I'd imagine so.
John Don't play that.
Stop! We're gonna get copyrighted.
We had 15 seconds.
Well, it's been 15 seconds already.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You gotta edit this, Adam. There's no way around it this time.
I am not editing. I'll make
I
him
can
pay.
never get my phone to do that when I want it to do that. It only...
John parentheses Hartnett and his girl find his mom. She is pissed that he ditched the trip.
I'd be pitched too.
Because Adam was pitching it to. Now she is terrified once she realizes Michael has found her.
Okay, because
It's confirmed that in a really cool shot, Carrie parentheses Lori and Michael are looking at each other through a circle window. Have you guys seen that shot?
Yes.
Yes.
It was
Cool
in the trailer.
shot. Yes. Okay. Chaos ensues.
That some of us watched.
Yes. Chaos
Me.
ensues as LL Cool J is accidentally shot by Arkin's character. He swears it's not a race thing. Arkin is stabbed in the back, meat on a stick style by Michael. Have you guys seen that scene where Michael like lowers himself with one arm?
Yeah. The pipe. There's no way that pipe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there's no
Hold
way to do it. I did it this afternoon on my pull-up bar. Badass. Anyway. No, I lifted myself up, and then, like Michael, I slowly...
He had to lift his whole entire... He had to be, like, above the bar. He would have had to have been parallel with the floor.
He was.
So you put yourself parallel with the floor,
Yep.
came back vertical, and then slowly lowered yourself down.
Everything you just said. So, anyway,
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Carrie parentheses Lori gets John parentheses Hartnett and girlfriend to safety. There is a really cool scene in the dining room where Michael's on top of the tables and Carrie parentheses Lori is underneath and they play a quick game of 3-card Monte. So Michael's on top of the tables and Lori's underneath running. He's like trying to...
I don't think she's running underneath the
Well,
tables.
crawling.
doggy style crawling. Michael
That
gets...
probably gives away her position.
Michael gets tired of this and he just jumps off and starts flipping the fucking tables like a beast. Okay? Carrie parentheses Lori finally gets the upper hand and after stabbing Michael numerous times is stopped by LL Cool J. LL Cool J was only grazed by the bullet. It wasn't a race thing after all, just like you said.
Probably his shark fin hat.
Sure, he was wearing it. The motionless body... The motionless body of Michael...
Baby shark,
Jesus
baby
Christ.
shark,
You guys make this so hard. The motionless body of
I'm
Michael...
used to it.
The motion... Leave the jokes up to me.
I don't want people to laugh though.
I just snotted. Hang on, people.
That's the funniest thing you said all night.
Oh my god.
Okay.
If you're still listening to this, why?
We're still
Thank
in
you, you're a
our
real trooper.
we're
You-
still in our timeline.
You were the MVP.
The most valuable penis. The Michael. Fuck. Where am I?
I don't know. We're at the MVP of DCP.
Oh, I
So you
like
should
it.
get back on track ASAP.
PMS.
Or
PS.
CPT.
Find out what you mean to me. The motionless body of Michael is being loaded onto the ambulance. Then Carrie, parentheses Lori, hijacks it to end this once and for all. Michael does his infamous sit-up and attacks Carrie, parentheses Lori. The ambulance crashes, pinning Michael between a rock and the ambulance. So
How did he get out of the ambulance?
He goes out the windshield, or in Australia they call it
The windshield?
the bonnet. They call it the bonnet.
No, the bonnet. That is not the
The
bonnet.
bonnet is
The windscreen.
The engine.
So anyway, he goes crashing through that, yeah, and he gets in front of the ambulance.
He's deep in the Australia. Yeah, they go crashing through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michael is now pinned between the ambulance and the rock.
This just makes me
Dwayne
think
Johnson.
of Scary Movie 4, where they're making fun of signs, and he's like, "Can I do this?"
Carrie, parentheses Lori, then decapitates Michael with an axe. The look of Michael is great in this film, okay? He's tall but thick, right? His jumpsuit is dirty and lived in, and he's got amazing hair, okay? The hair is like slicked back, but it's slicked in a way like it looks like a lion's mane, so it like makes
It's
him
not
look...
actually his hair; it's the mask.
Yeah, I know, but it looks awesome. So when he's like, when there's like a behind the shot over the shoulder from behind, the hair just is like a character of its own. It's
See,
awesome.
I want them to pull off the mask. I want them to have like a wicked like Jew fro. I can say that because my wife's Jewish underneath there.
Okay, factoids. The original working title was Halloween 7, The Revenge of Laurie Strode.
Ah, I'm glad they went the H2O.
Water sucks.
Okay.
It really, really sucks.
So, the original script took an account of everything.
Oh,
okay?
it had everything.
Took an account of everything. And there was
the Carpenter Prime timeline.
The Carpenter Prime timeline. There was actually a scene in the original script where Laurie, Carrie, Laurie, as a teacher, was listening to a student do a report on the infamous Haddonfield murders, and they talked about Jamie, the daughter, and how Jamie was killed, causing Carrie, Laurie, to run in the bathroom and throw up. So
like
anyway,
she didn't know.
So what did she do with her daughter?
She left. She abandoned her.
Why? If you're gonna fake your death, why don't you just take your daughter with you?
That's probably why they decided to go with none of that happened, because it made her look horrible.
Especially since she had another child.
Kill count 7.
Oh, they went down.
Got it right the first time.
I had to think about it. Cool kill. Leg crushed, then amputated by a dumbwaiter, and then the chick is knifed 4 times.
Why you gotta make fun of the waiter?
No,
He
dumbwaiter.
might be very smart.
No, it wasn't. It was dumb.
Hey, he's working hard through college.
Okay,
He's gonna be an actor one day.
we're almost done. We're almost done with the beta line. Okay, Halloween Resurrection. So how old was he?
41.
41. Picking up 3 years after the events of the last film, the Ridge Myers home is being used as a backdrop for a reality game show for the interwebs.
I would actually watch this movie.
It sucks, don't
I.
So how
I'm saying, supposedly our homework was which movie would you watch off the trailer? This would be the one that I would watch off the
So
trailer.
how old is he now?
44.
Depending on when his birthday is.
Any guesses how Mike Myers survives the beheading from H2O?
There's somebody else
does
in the
this.
mask.
You got me. No. Yes,
See?
he's correct. He crushes the voice box of the ambulance driver and pulls off his clothes real quick, puts his clothes on the ambulance driver, puts the ambulance driver's clothes on him, duct tapes the mask. Or no, he crushes the voice box, puts the mask on the ambulance driver, and then Carrie, parentheses Laurie, kills the ambulance driver. All right, here we go.
Man.
That's ridiculous.
So
That's what happened.
now, 3 years later, the Myers house is being used for a reality show on the interwebs. Laurie, not Princess Carrie, she's now Laurie, now institutionalized, has been cheeking her meds, preparing for her brother's return. Halloween hits and Michael enters the hospital slicing and dicing. Laurie escapes her room and sets a trap for Michael on the roof.
On the roof?
On the roof.
On the roof.
The roof. He's why I don't know why we started. He's snared in the trap.
Dance to that.
Yeah, that was weird. We were like surprisingly on cue together too.
Well, I was thinking about, like, we had this thing we're going to do on Twitter for our top 10 favorite movie scenes. And one of mine is Hangover Part 2.
Yeah.
Where Stu gets this demonic look on his face when they're trying to find his new brother-in-law. He's like, the roof! And they just run up to the roof to try and fix the mistakes from the first movie.
Gotcha. So, Michael, the set trap for Michael on the roof. He's snared in the trap, and Laurie made the mistake of monologuing instead of just finishing the kill. While hanging upside down and dangling over the roof with the ground below, Michael, unable to reach Laurie with a knife, somehow manipulates Laurie to get close enough. She does, and Michael stabs her, and she falls to her death.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis hated this movie.
Michael returns to the hallways and gives a patient his knife, the patient that's obsessed with serial killers. We are now introduced to Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks, the creators of the web-based reality show Dangertainment, and they introduce the contestants, who are all typical stereotypes. The premise of the show...
I'm not trying to be racist, but is this the black horror movie in the franchise?
No.
Like, well, no, because you know how there's Leprechaun, Back in the Hood.
Oh, no, I know what you mean, but no.
Okay.
So, it has black people in it.
Right.
Okay.
That's probably why Adam doesn't like it.
No, it
They're
hasn't.
not Asians.
Yeah, they're not
Oh,
Asians.
yeah.
The premise of the show is to spend the night.
They're closer to Asia, though.
What? The premise.
Africa's close to
The
Asia.
premise of the show is to spend the night at the Myers residence while wearing early GoPro-esque cameras.
That's somehow still standing.
While unbeknownst to the contestants, spooks and scares have been set up by the crew. But unbeknownst to the crew, Michael has returned.
And he's living in the inside the walls.
I would
Close. There's a secret room in the sub-basement that Mike's
I would love if like they went into it like expecting like the outside just looks like shit, and then you walk in and it's like immaculate. It's like, what happened? Oh, oh yeah, they were on Property Brothers a few months back, and they flipped that shit.
The show. Oh, man, I just whistled. The show begins, and at first the scares are shown to be fake. A severed body part turns out to be plastic and made in China. Even
there it is. There's the Asian connection.
Even Busta Rhymes dresses up as Mike Myers with a subplot of people streaming the show at a Halloween party. The real Mike Myers soon stands up. A little Eminem joke there. He begins his killing. There is confusion at first with the contestants as whether this is real. The people streaming think it's all set up. There is some added lore to the Myers mythos, a room in the sub-basement where Michael has been staying and hiding away from the world. There are some interesting scenes where people streaming the show can interact via messaging with the contestants. At one point, they help one of the contestants navigate the house while they watch all the cameras for Michael's location. The bodies hit the floor, a drowning pool joke, and soon only a few remain, and they attack Michael, which includes Busta Rhymes performing karate. Busta Rhymes, quote, "Trick or treat, motherfucker," is what Busta Rhymes said.
Does he say motherfucker or does he say motherfucker?
Probably that one.
There you go.
While the garage and eventually the house is burning down, finally the Myers house is burning down, Busta and Michael fight. Michael quickly overpowers him, so Busta just tangles him up in electrical wire and electrocutes him. The bodies of the victims and Michael are taken to the morgue where Michael wakes up. Into the movie. Factoids. The writers of... I'm going to leave that one out since we're running on time. Jamie Lee Curtis agreed to do her part only to make sure her character, Laurie Strode, or herself wouldn't appear in any other sequel. Mustafa Akkad, the late Mustafa Akkad, went on a press tour and to sell the movie and said Jamie is returning because she loved the script so much. Jamie went out and said that is absolutely not the case. I have to do it because I'm contractually obligated and I don't want my character to return. She considers this film a joke.
Trailer's good though.
Kill count. Wait. Kill count.
11.
Cool kill. Throat impaled with a tripod leg. Okay.
All of them or just one?
One. He expands one a little bit longer. At this point, this is where the beta...
So if he impales him through the throat, are like the other ones, are they pushed together or are they flailed out?
So, no, they're pushed together and he pushes the camera in, so you're actually looking down the tripod leg.
Huh.
Okay. It's at this point...
I can't get a fucking tripod to stand up. Michael Myers is going to impale it through somebody.
It's at this point where the beta line ends or the just add water line dries up.
Wow.
A little water joke there.
Yeah.
Back...
You don't have... Never mind.
You know what makes jokes really funny? When you
Punchline?
tell them they have jokes.
Back to the Nexus... prick. Back to the Nexus point. This time, before any events happen, an alternate timeline forms. The zombie or gritty reality line is created.
This one is... These were good.
We are almost...
The first one was good.
We are almost done, audience. We're still within our time anyway, so don't tune out.
Wake up.
That's you can't tune out before our time ends.
Tune in, tune off.
Halloween
drop out.
2007 remake. Okay, so we're starting over. We completely abandoned the Carpenter Prime line. The beta line's gone. Okay? We are now, and we never visited that stupid pocket dimension. Okay?
Season of the Witch. Best one ever.
So does the water line ever establish anything about Michael Myers other than he's just strong?
It was actually going to. They were going to make another one after Resurrection, but it had such a horrible response from critics and everything that they just cut it out.
Didn't they keep the hidden room though?
No.
I like it better when he's just freakishly strong. I don't like the whole druid cult.
Yeah, that gets a little.
I like it when a killer is just a deranged psychopath.
Just give him like a healing factor, because I think that's like technically what they do anyway.
Like, I'd be fine with that. Like, you don't need to have an in-depth explainer, but you have to have some sort of explainer about how he got exploded and shot through the
curse
face
of Thorn.
and
not in the
water timeline.
Good point. You guys are listening. I was testing you.
Sure you were.
Testing.
But you need to have some sort of explainer about why he's not dead like all the humans that are dying like he's ripping it in half like paper, you know?
He practices tantric sex like Sting.
Okay, that makes
the wrestler or the musician?
Both.
Okay.
Together.
Like, at least, like, Freddy and Jason, they've explained in some capacity.
Jason's been kind of explained the same way Mike's been explained. Freddy was a dream demon from the beginning, so.
Yeah, but, like, Jason, they've at least explained that he's, like possessed by a demon or...
he has an advanced healing factor.
Well, he's a zombie. He is a non-flesh eating zombie.
Are you guys ready for the gritty timeline?
Yes, because this is the one that I like.
These are the last two, and then I promise you, audience.
Well, I like these two too.
So, 2007 remake, Halloween. The flick opens up on the Myers residence. A thundering soundtrack of Kiss God of Thunder plays. We see how dysfunctional the family is. Young Michael is killing animals. The mom, played by the always awesome and beautiful Sherry Moon Zombie, is a stripper. The man in the house is not the father. He's a drunk, abusive, no-gooder
boyfriend.
Do-batter, yes. The sister is a sexually active, drug-taking high school student, and there is a newborn in the house. Michael is constantly being picked on, misunderstood, and possibly doesn't understand a lot of social cues and ideas. On Halloween, he murders his bully in the woods, played by that dude from Spy Kids that I know you like. He then goes home and prepares for trick-or-treating, right after he just beat the shit out of his bully with a stick. Okay? You with me?
No.
It's Junie Cortez from Spy Kids.
Yeah, it's the dude.
I've never seen Spy Kids.
Whatever. You're wearing a Spy Kids shirt.
Awfully toothy for Spy Kids.
His mom, so he prepares for trick-or-treating. His mom has to go to work, so can't take him trick-or-treating. The sister was supposed to, but decides to have sex with her boyfriend instead.
As you do.
This is the camel that stepped on the straw on his back that broke.
Yep, you didn't butcher that at all.
That's exactly how that metaphor goes.
He duct tapes the abusive father figure to the recliner.
While he's passed out drunk.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
And slits his throat. He bashes his sister's boyfriend with a metal bat in the kitchen, then puts on the famous mask and routinely stabs his half-naked sister in her
The Michael
room.
Myers mask?
Yes.
Okay, so he gets the mask. So this is the mythos they change. He's wearing the clown mask, then he switches to Michael Myers.
Right, because
the adult costume mask.
The sister's boyfriend bought it from the hardware store and brought it in. So, because he wanted to have sex with the girl wearing it. And the girl's like, get out of here. So anyway,
What hardware store sells Halloween masks?
It's the 70s.
It's a small town.
So anyway, it's Haddonfield.
Damn it, Cody, you're not supposed to be on the side.
I'm doing this because we have 17 pages.
Oh, God.
So anyway, he puts on the famous mask and routinely...
In defense, there's a store in Canada called Canadian Tire that sells everything but fucking tires.
Well, tire is French Canadian for everything but tires. You all say I'm not funny, but you all fucking laugh. So anyway,
Says the guy that says Gene
So-
Reno.
so he kills his sister. He takes the newborn outside and sits on the front porch till his mom comes home, where she discovers what happens. Michael is found guilty, obviously, and sent to Smith Grove Sanitarium, where Dr. Loomis attempts to study and treat Michael. His mom is always visiting, but sees no progress as Michael regresses into himself and starts wearing homemade masks that you like so much. The poor camel is once again left with a broken back over a straw when Loomis and Deborah, Michael's mom, sees Michael stab a nurse in the throat with a fork.
You know, in the metaphor, the camel's not stepping on the straw, right?
You don't know that. It's a metaphor.
The metaphor is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, is
what?
they're
Yeah.
literally placing the straw on the back of the camel, and it's too much weight, and it breaks the camel's back.
Right, that's what I said. So anyway, Deborah goes home. The mom, goes home, and while watching 8mm home movies, shoots herself in the head, leaving the newborn baby crying in the next room.
Wait, does he kill the...
performance was that bad?
Joaquin
8
Phoenix.
millimeter.
Oh, fuck.
Wait. So we did confirm that he killed the older sister and their sister's boyfriend?
Yes.
And he's killed like 4 people already.
Yes. So, flash forward. We are now introduced to Laurie Strode, Annie Brackett, played by Daniel Harris, who played Jamie in 4 and 5, and Linda. It's approaching Halloween. The flick follows the events very similar to the Ridge, so let's just bypass that. Michael escapes, but this time we see more of the destruction.
Kills Danny Trejo.
Kills Danny Trejo. We see
Yeah, that
his.
was bad.
We still his.
Bullshit. No one kills Danny Trejo.
Michael in this one is freaking just giant.
It's Tyler.
Tyler Mane.
It's Tyler Mane. He was the original Sabretooth in the first X-Men.
6'8".
I
Also,
still call bullshit on Danny
Also,
Trejo.
I met Danny Trejo. He's like 4'6". He's short. Anyway,
Yeah, he is.
Danny Trejo doesn't go in it trying to fight. He's like, I've been his friend for years. He wouldn't hurt me. And then
That
he's worked at the sanitarium since
that
Mike
was
was little.
the good part, because you think that okay, then he's gonna have a little bit of humanity, and it's like he brutally murders him, and you're like, okay, there's no going back.
All right, here we go.
I still think Danny Trejo should fight back with Machete.
He comes back in the third one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go.
wait.
And there's the Spy Kids connection.
Here we go, guys. I'm running short on time. Okay, so all the shit happens the same. Laurie is struck babysitting Tommy. Linda and her boyfriend go to the house to make whoopee. Annie wants to meet up with her boyfriend, so she dumps Lindsay off on Laurie. Meanwhile, Dr. Sam Loomis is in Haddonfield trying to explain to the sheriff that Michael has returned home. The sheriff doesn't care too much for Loomis since he profited off the tragedy.
Right, yeah. In this one, he actually wrote a book like the makings of a killer.
Right. The sheriff was the one that found the newborn after the police were called out by a gun shop in the Myers house. Spoilers, the baby is Laurie.
Her name is Angel Myers.
Yes.
Total stripper.
He informs the good doc that Laurie is... Oh, fuck, I just said that. Okay. Linda and her boyfriend are dispatched the same way. Where am I? Annie's boyfriend is caught by Michael. So Linda and her boyfriend, they're dead. We now go to Annie. Annie's boyfriend is caught by Michael and strung up from the house. Annie discovers him and runs out of the house topless. So Danielle Harris, okay, she played Jamie, Laurie Strode's daughter in 4 and 5. I saw an interview with her that she had several guys come up to her at movie conventions and said, we wanted to see you in this movie because we saw you as an 8-year-old and we wanted to see what you looked like naked.
That's kind of
That's a
fucking
little
creepy.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what she told those guys. Anyway, so Michael grabs her and pulls her back into the house, stabbing her. So it's now time to bring Lindsay back to Annie's place, and that's where Laurie discovers the naked, bleeding body of Annie on the ground. Trying to warn Laurie, the shape appears out of the shadows and attacks Laurie. Laurie takes Lindsay back to the house where they're attacked. Okay, so the kids, they were actually kids. They didn't see Tyler Mane in the outfit. So when Laurie takes the 2 kids back to the house to safety, was the very first time they saw what Tyler Mane looked like in the outfit. So their reaction, which is awesome, is not acting. That's literally them. They
actual fear. That's what you do. You traumatize kids to get ratings.
according to Rob Zombie in the director's commentary, they ran past the camera, off the set, and
into their mothers and fathers' arms.
Yes. Okay. So, they call the cop. Laurie calls the cops. The cops come. Michael kills the cops. The kids get away. Laurie is kidnapped. Now in the basement of his childhood home, Michael, unable to speak, is attempting to tell Laurie that he is her brother. Unable to understand, Laurie stabs him. Now pissed.
That sends him into a rage. Isn't that the classic scene where he takes off the mask
Yes.
and just kneeling in front of her?
Yes. Now pissed and heartbroken, he chases after her. In a drained in-ground swimming pool, Michael has Laurie cornered, but Loomis comes to the rescue. Pleading with Michael to stop or he will shoot him. Not wanting to, Michael wouldn't stop. Loomis shoots him several times, putting him down. Loomis and Laurie get into a cop car where the famous line is repeated was that the boogeyman. Michael bursts through the window, nabbing Laurie. Okay, there's another cool. Malcolm McDowell, the guy who played Sam Loomis, they were in that car. He didn't hear Rob Zombie say action. So when Tyler Mane breaks through the window, in the movie, you can actually hear him say, "Jesus Christ!" That's because he didn't know there was action. That's Malcolm McDowell's legitimate reaction to that. It's left in the movie. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the three of them are now back. I'm trying to hurry. Everyone,
No, you're fine.
audience members, everyone has gotten bored with me and now looking at their phone. So I'm trying.
I have not looked at my phone this
I'm
entire time.
working.
That is bullshit.
I'm looking up porn.
Good. Fair enough. The three of them are now back in the house. Loomis is choked out and on the floor. Once again, he's knocked out. Laurie is hiding in the ceiling. The culmination of the fight is where Laurie ends up with Loomis's gun. Michael Goldberg spears her through the second-story window, and they land on the ground. So you don't see. So you see the Goldberg spear. You see both of them go over the ledge, but you don't see the landing. You don't see the landing because a stunt woman was severely injured in the landing, and Rob didn't want to show it. But it was all that they had. So as soon as it comes down, it cuts to black. Then when it cuts back, Laurie kind of stumbles up, kind of straddles Michael, and she's got Loomis's gun. They're all fucking bloody. She's got the gun on his head. She keeps pulling the trigger, but it's just the cylinder just keeps going. Nothing's firing. So Michael, lifeless, makes a jump for her, and at that point when she pulls the trigger and the gun goes off, goes to black, and all you hear is Laurie screaming. That's the end of that movie. Okay?
That's the good one.
Factoids! Zombie's intention was to reinvent Michael because he felt like Michael had fallen into the Freddy Krueger Jason trap where he wasn't scary anymore. He wanted to make Michael scary. He wanted to take away the curse.
Not scary and give a reason.
He wanted to
make two movies.
He wanted to make Michael a psychopath again, so he showed young Michael and why Michael was a psychopath.
Which was the best part.
Rather than the Curse of Thorn crap. He also wanted, he was signed on to do two movies. He wanted to do a prequel, a full-on prequel, and then the second movie was going to be a remake of The Ridge. Okay? Before deciding to go with Rob Zombie's version, the studio was going to greenlight Halloween: The Missing Years, which would have been a prequel set within Mike Myers' early day at the asylum.
That sounds like a Saved by the Bell subtitle.
Yeah. Kill count.
24.
24?
Yes. Cool kill. The duct tape to the chair and the throat slit.
Yeah, because that's when he woke up. The abusive dad like, oh no,
Very nice house for her being a stripper.
Well, she made bank.
She was a good stripper.
Calm down. We all know you got a hard on for.
Last
Rob Zombie's
one,
wife.
guys. We've gone through the franchise. What do we think of the franchise so far?
One was good, and Rob Zombie's one was good.
Okay.
Yeah, all of that sounds like utter garbage except for the Rob Zombie one. That one I actually might go watch.
Even the Ridge?
Oh, it sounds terrible.
Okay. Daniel.
Well, that's probably
Cody?
just because it's dated and we're so desensitized. But we got to look at it from a fresh perspective of what that was back in the day.
Fair enough.
If you watch the first one, knowing when it was made, it was good. The scene where they reveal that the killer is Michael was very, very good. And then I didn't watch any of the other ones. And then Rob Zombie was really, really good.
Okay. Halloween. Go ahead.
I will say that I do kind of want to see
Season of the Witch?
Season of
Fuck
the Witch.
yeah.
But I definitely want to see 1 and 2, just because I feel like I feel like it's one of those classic movie lists. You can't call yourself a cinephile without watching both of those and adding them to your collection of, yes, I have seen these horror movies, these classics.
Okay. All right.
Very eloquent.
So the last one in the Halloween franchise and the end of the gritty timeline. Halloween 2, 2009. It's now 2 years after the events of the first film, so that puts him at what?
how old was he when he committed the one in the Rob Zombie one?
I don't remember.
I think he's
thought
like
it was
33.
I thought he was like 10,
Jesus' age.
and then 15 years, that puts him at 25, and then 3 years pass,
2 years.
so he's 27.
Okay.
On his birthday.
Okay.
Oh my!
Man, we should just call this the math episode.
No kidding.
Lori.
That would be proud.
So it's
Yeah.
it's 2 years after the it's now 2 years after the
I
event
think
of the
that's
first
what he
film.
does when he's sitting in his closet. He's like, Mario's this tall.
Oh yeah, easily. I taught him how to do math. Lori is living with Annie and her dad, who's the sheriff.
Did Annie get her gun?
Yeah,
Is she
actually.
okay?
Oh,
Good joke.
there is.
Oh, so Daniel gets a freaking hand job, but I get a.
You went for the obvious joke. He went for the more conceptual joke. Both Lori
Fuck you.
and Annie are dealing with the attacks,
He has been paying attention to this whole podcast.
but he hasn't. Okay, so both Lori and Annie dealing with the attacks, but getting by. Dr. Loomis has used the events from the first film to write another book and become a flash-in-the-pan celebrity because of it. Michael is missing and presumed dead. Shockingly, he is not. Michael is currently having visions of his dead mother and a younger version of himself. The visions are telling him it's time to bring Lori home. He begins heading back to Haddonfield.
Basically, he's just been walking in a straight line, and then he decides to turn around and walk back in a straight line.
So there's a little bit at the beginning, but I don't want to talk about it. So as Michael,
Do you talk about every other minute in the movie?
He kills a bunch of
but
rednecks.
he didn't talk about where Michael got his outfit in the Rob Zombie one, where he beats up a giant black truck driver
Yeah,
in a bathroom stall.
Ken Forey, I met him. Good guy.
Did you hug him too?
He told
you
my
see him naked?
He told my ex-wife pussy. He like had a picture and goes, "Look, pussy." I don't remember why. He thought it was funny. My ex-wife did not. Okay. As Michael is heading back to Haddonfield, Lori begins having the same visions. She even sees herself acting out Michael's murders. Dr. Loomis' book tour is starting to fall apart. The public has turned on him and denounces him for profiting off the tragedy.
Gale Weathers.
Even Weird Al makes fun of him. Yes, that's true. That's not a joke. Lori doesn't realize that she is Michael's sister until she reads Loomis's new book, which Annie's dad did his best to hide from her. She realizes her true name is
Angel
Myers.
Michael.
yes, Myers.
She was born to be a stripper.
Now, at Haddonfield, the murders begin as Michael looks for his sister. Annie, after surviving her brutal attack in the first flick, is killed by Myers.
So she's
naked.
not-
She's naked again.
So she's not okay.
Oh.
That's not as funny. Lori attempts to escape from the pursuing Michael, but is caught and knocked out. Michael takes her to an abandoned shed he's been living in the whole time. The police discover Michael's location, and Loomis goes in to reason with Michael. Loomis attempts to tell Lori to get up and leave, but she is having visions of a young Michael holding her down. Loomis keeps yelling that no one is holding her down. So she sees young Michael holding her down, but in reality, she's just laying there. Okay?
As you do.
As you do. The ghostly vision of Deborah, Michael's mom, tells older Michael it's time to go home. Michael then attacks and kills Dr. Loomis, for real this time. While holding Loomis's dead body, he is shot by the sheriff and falls into some spikes on some farm equipment. So this franchise loves farm equipment. Now,
That's what we got in Illinois.
yeah. Now released from the visions, Lori walks over and tells Michael that she loves him and proceeds to repeatedly stab him. Okay?
As you do.
Lori then walks... Go ahead.
Nope.
What?
It's a
No.
penis. It's a penis metaphor.
It's a penis joke.
Okay. Lori then walks out of the shed wearing the infamous Michael Myers mask. The final scene is Lori now in an isolation room at a psych ward, smiling at the ghostly vision of Deborah.
No, I didn't like that one.
The reason,
love that one.
Another reason they put such a fixation where Michael is trying to get to his sister is Deborah, the mother, told Michael, "You got to protect your sister because you're the big brother now."
No, trying to go get her.
No,
Okay.
I think Michael Myers is the best character that should be a one shot.
Factoids. In the unrated director's cut commentary, Rob Zombie says in the Ridge ending, the three main characters all die, and Laurie Strode's psychiatric ward stay is really, in fact, her last thought. So that's her. So in the original ending, when Laurie walks out with the Mike Myers mask, she is gunned down, Peter Weller style, by the cops.
Because they can't tell the difference between
4 foot and 6 foot.
Yeah.
No. She made. I think I haven't seen the unrated cut yet because I haven't bought it yet. It's a weird story. I don't want to get into it. But anyway, I believe
But here it is.
But I realize I think she makes an attempt at the cops, and they just gun her down. So anyway, the psychiatric stay, her in the isolation room, is actually, as she's there laying there dying, it's actually her last thought in her brain. But people have mistaken it for Laurie Strode surviving.
Huh.
John Carpenter was offered a cameo in the film by Rob Zombie, but he turned it down. Kill count.
20.
Possibly 21, because in the unrated cut, Laurie/Angel is gunned down. Cool kill. Seeing Mike Myers stabbed repeatedly in the chest and face. It's pretty cool. Okay, so the film closes out the zombie gritty timeline. As of Friday, October 19th, 2018, a new timeline was created. It ignores all the films, all of them, except the very first one, the Ridge.
Probably how it should have been.
And not the second one?
Nope.
Even though the second one was like the second
Nope.
half of the night.
Absolutely nothing. Just
Okay.
the very first one.
So how does Michael Myers is a big man? Does he just like do a lot of CrossFit? Is that how he keeps in shape?
CrossFit, you don't get big, you get cut.
Oh.
He probably does air squats
I hate air squats.
or pistol squats,
Those suck too.
push-ups,
Yeah.
Why is the pistol eat a squat?
and probably pull-ups.
On what?
On his windows on the bars.
Or if he can't do a pull-up, he'll do a handstand push-up.
Is he? What is he?
One
eating? Where's he
finger
getting his
push-ups.
protein from?
In the Ridge, there's a scene where Loomis and the sheriff go to the abandoned Mike Myers house, and you see a dead dog on the floor, and Loomis goes, "Oh, he needed to eat." In Halloween Resurrection, they say Mike Myers eats dead rats.
For a guy his size, so let's go Taylor, Maine. So he's just south of 7 feet. How many
Yeah.
rats does he have to eat?
15 and 2 mice every day.
That's why he keeps the place trashy, to attract more rats.
Exactly.
How do you cook your rats?
I think he eats them raw.
Oh, you have
Like
to.
like sushi.
Yeah, you have to.
Does he skin them, or does he do it like cartoon style? He holds the tail and like pulls it out with the bones.
No, see, that's a misconception. You don't want to hold them by the tail.
Tail's a good part.
Tail is the good part.
It's where most of the protein is.
Tailspin. Okay, based on domestic gross only, here are the ranking of the flicks. Halloween 2007, the remake, 58 million. Halloween H2O, just add water, 55 million. Halloween the Ridge, 47 million. Halloween 2, the remake, 33 million. Halloween Resurrection, 30 million. Halloween 2, the Ridge, 25 million. Halloween 4, 17 million. Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers, 15 million. And Halloween 5, 11 million.
You forgot about Season of the
Yeah, what
Witch.
about Season of the Witch?
Oh, it's right here. Okay,
That's a good joke.
$1
that
billion.
no one-
so before we get to tonight's trivia,
What? We have trivia
we
too?
have trivia. Real quick, what are your final thoughts? Are there, through my amazing descriptions and jokes, what movies have I sold you on? Which ones do you now want to watch?
The first one, and then the Rob Zombie.
The
first one,
Ridge.
and that's it.
I thought you'd seen the remake.
I have. I'm just saying. To me, Mike Myers is scariest when he is just a normal psychopathic killer, and I think Rob Zombie did that the best because he explored him like slowly, like going from like just a creepy 10-year-old just to the beast of a monster that Tyler Mane is.
Right.
And I think Michael Myers just needs to be he's scariest when he's just a one-shot killer. Like, goes on a mass killing spree.
He has a gun with one bullet.
Yeah. And he just Deadpools them all out of there. No. He just, to me, that's scary. I don't like it when they're like, because that can actually happen.
Okay.
And then when you add in, it's the Curse of Thorns, and he survived 40 years, no one knows how, and then it's just like, okay, it's not as scary because I can sit there and tell myself that, okay, that's not going to happen.
Okay. New Cork?
For me, the movies I want to see are the first two are Ridge, just to cross them off of my I need to see these
Cinephile list, right?
Cinephile list. The ones I actually want to see are the two Rob Zombie ones. Those actually sound interesting.
You don't want to see The Curse of Thorn?
Not really. Like, that sounds awful. It sounds like it's just like, oh, look at this pagan thing. Let's just say some pagan words, and then, ta-da, we have a thing.
They do that. The Man in Black's like, jazz hands.
and just so you know, Season of the Witch box off into 14 million.
You dick. That puts it in the Halloween franchise. That puts it second to last.
So, the one that you don't talk about still did better than the worst Halloween.
Halloween 5, yes. That was the one with the telepathic link.
Out of seeing the first Ridge Tridge of the Halloween franchise, and the and the Rob Zombie versions, I still go back and watch those because those are compellingly scary and interest me. And actually, I know you don't like us including it, but Season of the Witch actually sounds pretty interesting.
No, it is genuinely a good movie. I just didn't want to include it.
Right, like I know it has nothing to do with the timeline, but it still has the name. So I like what Tyler explained. It actually sounds pretty interesting.
What'd you guys think of the complex timey-wimey timeline of the Halloween franchise?
It wasn't really that complex after you get past
Well,
all 7 of the Carpenter movies.
I confused the shit out of a comic book store owner.
Yeah, because you got to have some sort of consistency and logical snapshots and points, and maybe it's just the way you described it, but it was not working.
Throw it on me. Okay, anyway, here we go.
If we actually got that damn whiteboard.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
He's fondling his microphone stand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it, all right.
Trivia. Match the tagline with the correct flick. So I'm gonna name a movie's tagline. You tell me which Halloween movie it is. Okay? Family is forever.
Is it
That's
the Rob
H2O,
Zombie?
isn't it?
Nope.
2?
Halloween 2 is correct. Evil finds its way home.
Is that Halloween 1?
Nope.
Revenge of Michael Myers.
Nope.
Halloween 4.
Halloween Resurrection. 10 years ago, he changed the face of Halloween. Tonight, he's back! Exclamation point.
That's Halloween 4.
Holy shit! How'd you know? Okay,
Because that's where the time jump happens.
You did listen.
We did the math
I like how it's so cute that you listen, but me and Cody are paying attention the whole time. And
Michael lives, and this time they're ready.
that is H2O.
Nope.
Is that the newest Halloween?
Nope. Halloween 5. Motherfucker, are you looking?
No.
You always accuse us of that when we can't even see the damn screen.
I just understand how taglines in movies work.
Evil has a destiny.
The Thorn one?
Nope.
H2O.
Nope.
The newest one.
The remake.
The first remake, the Rob Zombie remake.
I didn't put anything in the 2018 one in. This summer, terror won't be taking a vacation.
That's H2O.
Yes, that's correct. Terror never rests in peace.
That sounds like Halloween 2.
Nope.
Thorn.
Nope.
Uh,
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Is it
Halloween
Thorn?
6. Yes, Halloween 6.
6.
Thorn.
Okay.
So I was right.
Yeah.
Thorn. Thorn.
The
Not
ni-
Thor. Thorn.
The night he came home! Exclamation point.
Halloween 1.
More of the night he came home.
Halloween 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like how the tagline for the Season of the Witch was "The night no one comes home." I was like, okay.
So I hope you audience members. I hope I did a
Are
good
awake.
job. Yeah, are awake, and I hope I did a good job of exploring of a franchise, which is something I want to do. Our next one is going to be hopefully on the Harry Potter franchise. Tyler, are you doing that?
I don't care. Cody, you like Harry Potter?
I'm proficient.
Daniel, are you doing the Bayformers?
I will do Transformers.
No, they're not a movie franchise. You got to do the Bayformers.
They have a movie.
They have a movie.
They have one movie.
Sometimes one's all
2
you
if you
need.
count the OVA.
What's OVA?
So OVAs are elongated episodes that are usually treated as movies or
No, we don't
cut
count those.
into episodes. So the Return of Optimus Prime and the Season 4 are OVAs for Transformers.
I'll think about
Sounds
it.
interesting. I would like to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, do your thing, Daniel.
All right. Damage Control Podcasting is being recorded at Underdark Comics and Games in Quincy, Illinois. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook/Underdark Comics, or check us out on our website at underdarkquincy.com. Shoot us a message, send us an email, or stop in and say hi.
Did you know that there were 2 murders based off of the second Halloween?
2 actual murders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to use that defense.
Yeah, and what was the other one? There was one of the other movies caused. I don't remember. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Anyway, you can find Damage Control Podcasting across most social media platforms. At Damn Control on the Twitter. Daniel does an amazing job keeping us tweeting.
Daniel twats a lot.
Facebook,
Water.
YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud at Damage Control Podcasting. We have a Reddit.
At Damn Control Podcasting.
Right? Contact us at damagecontrolpodcasting@gmail.com. Daniel, I'm putting you on the spot. Give us a tagline for tonight's episode. Go.
Cringy Jokes by Adam.
Fine. I meant about Halloween. Do it about Halloween. You all put me down too much.
Cringy Halloween Jokes by Adam.
Fine.